This video is an introduction into second year technical education. It's a little introduction to what you'll actually be doing when you're actually taking part in technical this year. In second year, you'll once again receive 2 periods per week of technical education. The 2 periods will be split into a period of graphic communication and a period of design and manufacture, similar to what you had in first year. The coursework will build upon the learning from first year and give you a greater understanding of the different subjects which will be on offer to you when you choose your S3 subjects next year. To take a little look at each of the subjects in turn, we'll start with graphic communication. The S2 graphic communication course will consist of the following units of work. Colour theory, where we look at the colour wheel and how colours are produced and how they work together. Pencil rendering. This will be looking at adding colour to 2D drawings to try and interpret where light and shade are hitting them. Orthographic sketching, producing technical drawings of blocks. So this is looking at how to view different ways to view a block from the top, from the front, from the side, and how these should be properly laid out. 2-point perspective, sketching objects in pictorial called 2-point perspective. 3D computer graphics, producing an iPhone and digital camera in the Inventor software. Marker rendering, adding marker pens to drawings to interpret light and shade. And lastly, isometric drawing, producing 3D technical drawings of objects on a drawing board or possibly sketching as well. So just taking a little look at each of these. Pencil rendering, we will learn how to apply colour to try and interpret how the light is hitting an object. So here you can see a worksheet where pupils have actually looked at rendering little torches. Or we've got computer mouse, we've got alarm clocks, and we have got more everyday objects like maybe a smartphone, a camera, and a games controller. So all of these sort of shapes will be given to you in outline form, and you're looking to add colour to them to interpret how the light is hitting them. 3D computer graphics. As I said, you'll use a software called Autodesk Inventor, and in this you'll use it step by step to how to create this 3D model of an iPhone. You will also go on to make a 3D model of a digital camera. Although you can't see on this screen, but these objects would be able to be rotated. You can add different materials to them, you can add light so you get shade, etc., and you can personalize them a little. We'll also do marker rendering, so similar to the pencil rendering, except using marker pens this time to try and interpret light and shade. So we build up your skills, looking at a little skill sheet where you do 6 different shapes, then moving on to you designing maybe different USB sticks using some of the skills that you'll learned throughout the skill sheet. Design and manufacture is the other subject that you'll do 1 period per week. The S2 Design and Manufacture course will consist of the following units of work. Mug tree. Manufacturing a mug tree in wood, which introduces the woodworking joints of cross-halving and mortise and tenon. This is normally the first unit which is undertaken in second year Design and Manufacture. A design and make activity. Designing and manufacturing a product to meet the requirements of a given design brief. The design process. Introduction to the design process and creating a design folio to meet the design activity or brief. And manufacture. Manufacturing plywood, the object you design. This will include the use of laser cutter to add detail to the object. Design and make activity is probably a new activity. In first year in design and manufacture, you just made whatever you were told. So 2 projects in wood and 1 or 2 projects in metalwork. So what we're looking to try and do in second year is introduce you to the design process. So going through the design process from a given brief, which the teacher will give you, and you design something which will be your own. Nobody's projects will look the same in the class. As much of the design manufacture course requires you to make objects using specialist equipment in the school workshops, it will not be possible to do much of this work until you return to the school building. So while we are still in lockdown and you are working from home, much of the work that you do will be around possibly the design process, or maybe looking at more graphics work during that time. This slide shows some of the design and manufacture projects that have been made in the past. The design brief is around a box. It may sound very simple, but what we're actually looking for you to do is design a box with a shape that you come up with, a method of opening that you come up with, but more importantly, how the decoration looks and how to make it your own. So here we've got a box which is a hexagonal box which is hinged with two lids and they close to the middle. Or we have another hexagonal box where the pupil has spent a lot of time putting good decoration around the outside. Some of the items are cut out to add on to it, some of them are painted onto it. Another one to make it look like a pencil case in the shape of a pencil. This box was hinged, so here you can see the hinge in the opening. We have another hexagonal box where this pupil wanted to make a box to store dog food, dog biscuits. This was a hexagonal box which was hinged and all the different bits on the outside were cut and glued onto it. And lastly, here we've got a triangular shaped box where the pupil also decided to add like a mirror to the inside. We hope you enjoy the second year course in Technical this year. It will be a bit strange at first, where much of the work you'll have to be doing at home, but hopefully when you return we'll get to use some of the equipment in the workshops and we'll get to use some of the software on the computers to produce some of the more exciting work that we do in Technical. And hopefully all this should give you a good indication if you like the subject and whether you would like to carry on with it in third year and fourth year.